Hello and welcome to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me and the girls today at Crank Caverns, which is near Rainford in Merseyside. And before I go any further, I'd just like to thank Lee Colins, one of my subscribers, for making me aware of this spot, because I was unaware that these were here. Now these caverns have been created by quarrying sandstone out of the ground, and as you can see, these pillars here, these support the roof. The sort of many of these, so they form a natural prop. Now there's many legends surrounding these tunnels, because there's all kind of rumours flying about. Some believe that these lead right the way through to the town hall at St Helens, where apparently they used to bring people for private hangings here. I don't believe that one myself. But by far the greatest story is there's supposed to be little elves that live in here. And 4 children went missing in the 18th century apparently, but one of them managed to survive, and he told a horrific story of little old men with beards that had killed his 3 friends and chased him up to the surface and made a grab at his ankle. And so seriously was this story taken that they sent soldiers here, heavily armed soldiers, to go in and have a look and see if there was anything to this story. And apparently the soldiers that went in stated that they found some human bones and a child's head in there. And they also supposedly found like a church in there of some unnamed denomination, but there was an altar there and some horrible gargoyles. But strangely enough, that part collapsed, or it was blown up with gunpowder, so we don't know to this day. What is truth though is that this was used as a storage bunker for the Crank anti-aircraft position. They actually stored all the shells and that in here. So, what do you believe? I mean, it's certainly an eerie place. We've heard voices in there, but you can never tell if they're your own voice that's bouncing back or if there is actually people in there. Or maybe it's those old men, I don't know. Well, we'll take a little look round now, because there's not just this entrance to it, there's quite a few entrances to it. So let's have a look round. Now there's a lot of graffiti on these walls. It's obviously used by ne'er-do-wells at night, which is a shame really, because it's not really marked on the map, this as such. As I say, if it wasn't for Lee Colins I wouldn't know about this, so it's no wonder that really damage is being done. I mean, I've seen these type of caves in Germany when we've been there, and bats inhabit them. Now whether the same happens in here or not, I don't know. Now I'm not going to get too deep in these caves because obviously I've got dogs with me, and Jack Russell's like diving down any little hole, so I don't want to lose her down here. But it gives you a bit of an idea of what these caverns look like. Personally speaking, I can't see there have been a church down here. I mean, there's a story as well that supposedly Catholic priests conducted mass down here, but seeing as that all happened in the 1400s, and these were only started to be excavated about 1700 and odd, it proves that that one's a bit of a local myth. Yeah, it just drops straight down there and opens up into like a little room. Anyway, there's supposed to be some more of these further up at the north end, so we'll go and have a little look at them. Now, just going back to that story, one of the things that the soldiers claimed when they was walking around there and they was exploring them after that child told them the story, was that they could hear voices speaking in an unknown language. Now, the little bit that I've ventured into there, you can hear the water dripping and it does sound like somebody's talking in them. I mean, maybe there is somebody further down, I don't know, but it does sound like there's voices in there, so maybe that's what the soldiers heard, you know, it was their own mind playing tricks with them. We'll just go and have a little look at this end one here to our left. This is an entrance to another one. Just watching my foot in here. Like I said, they're pretty well preserved. Although I can imagine, as parents have told the children stories of witchcraft and bad people being in these caves, basically to keep them safe and keep them out of here. It's an old trick that parents do. Man did it with me, and no doubt when I have children I'll use the same story as well. Anyway, we'll make our way out there. And here's some deeper caves down this giant gorge here. It doesn't really do it justice, the camera, but believe me, that really is some depth, and then that gives you an idea up to the surface level. Well, let's go down and have a look. Well, we've made it to the bottom. It was a first climb down there, sliding down on our bums. But here we are. I mean, you can see the depth now and just how deep these caves actually go. I mean, it's rather surprising that they mined the stone out. But apparently the cost of land was so dear, as they worked out that it was cheaper to mine it from underneath the landowner rather than pay them for the ground up on top and mine via open cast. See, I'm tempted to go inside these, but you just know that without the proper equipment it's just a recipe for disaster. So I'll venture just a little way in. Now that's as far as Mr. H is going. Come on, Lucy. Now, what is a shame, like I said, we've been to Germany and there's been the same sort of setup there, and it's a lovely area, you know, there's no rubbish dumps or anything. But you take a look at this here, and we're in St Helens, and there's old bikes, bits of fencing, bricks. And it's such a shame, because if St Helens Council did something with this, it could be a nice area of beauty and interest for local people. Anyway, we're going to climb out now and get back, head towards home. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, until the next time, bye bye for now.